My next guest is hoping to become the nation's first Native American governor. She is Paulette Jordan,
the state's first female governor.
At the age of 38, Paulette Jordan is among the youngest candidates to ever run for the state's highest office.
My name is Paulette Jordan, and I'm running to be the next governor of Idaho.
Both candidates will get 60 seconds for opening statements, and they'll get 90 seconds to close out the debate. Please join me in welcoming Paulette Jordan and Brad Little.
My question is, what makes someone a real Idahoan and a real American? Well,
we're all Idahoans. We all love Idaho. But if it comes down to that, I am technically over 3,000 generations Idahoan. Born and raised here, and I stem from thousands of years of people who have not only sacrificed and died here, the bones of my ancestors are here. There's so much history to the fact that, we never had someone who is here of this land, indigenous, who has ever served in this capacity. I served on my tribal council. I served in the State House for 2 terms. It's a lonely place at first. Being the lone indigenous woman in a state house dominated by white men, it's quite isolating.
All I saw from the other side was
more the same.
White privilege, basically. I may be white, but I'm 16.
We have a proposition on the ballot this year, Prop 2, which is basically to expand Medicaid. We're bringing in people from both sides of the aisle to ensure that those people who are caught in the Medicaid gap, which right now is between 72,000 and 100,000 people, those people who are caught in the gap just over the income level that would require them to be accessible or to qualify. So we're pushing to expand it so those folks, those individuals caught in the gap can have access to health care insurance. There were over 72,000 Idahoans without health care. Well, then I do not deserve health care. As a public servant, I refuse health care. The other issue I see is our environment, protecting our public lands, because we are the one lone frontier state in the lower 48, next to Alaska. We have the most mountains, we have the most beautiful lakes and rivers. We need to protect it. We're talking about clean energy, we're talking about decarbonizing the state of Idaho in its future. We're reaching as many people as possible. We get out communities, we're going to every single town and city. We're approaching folks, young and old.
She's running for governor, which is like to be in charge of all of Idaho.
You have all my support.
I appreciate you, thank you.
Idaho is an overwhelmingly Republican state.
Republicans overwhelmingly control both houses of the state legislature.
There hasn't been a Democratic governor since 1990. Why do you think you have a chance now?
People often stigmatize our state to be a Republican state because there only have been Republican candidates. But Idaho is purely independent. I came out independent. When I was growing up, my relatives voted both Republican and Democrat, and they really just voted for the person. I, as an Idahoan, would be more on the conservative side, and it's just a different kind of politics. My brothers are gun owners who actually have semi-automatic assault rifles, AR-15s.
Are there any firearms that the Second Amendment doesn't apply to, in your opinion?
Sawed-off shotguns, those are pretty wild, but no, not really. So Idaho is very unique, but here, yes, progressive for what most conservatives would think, because I want to be pro-legalization of medicinal cannabis. That's very progressive. Pro-universal pre-K. Taking our people out of the private prison systems, making sure that we reduce minimum mandatory sentencing. We have the LGBTQ community who are discriminated against in Idaho, whether it's for housing or employment rights. Because you have the right to love whoever you want. We have the right to humanity. And I've had some individuals come up to me who said, they were contemplating taking their life because of the way our culture is here, being so conservative, so Republican, or and unfortunately so biased. We're being divided, but people have to realize that the power is in their hands. If people turn out to vote for many of the great candidates across this country, whether that's Stacey Abrams or Beto O'Rourke, even not down to the local level, because every single vote counts.